A way to lose weight has been found that does not require changes in diet. Scientists from South Korea have found a way to effectively reduce body weight in obese mice without restricting their diet or disturbing their appetite. If human trials are successful, this method could revolutionize the treatment of people with obesity. The desire to lose weight sometimes involves making radical changes to your diet and eating less food. What if these factors were no longer necessary in this context? Recent work indicates that this may be within our reach. So far, the research has only been conducted on mice, but it will certainly be worth keeping an eye on their further fate. Their most important element is the fact that they did not force changes in the diet and did not in any way affect the rodents' appetite. Moreover, during the study, they ate meals rich in fat. As you can see, whether we lose weight depends not only on the amount and type of food we eat. The description and results of the research were published in the journal, Nature Metabolism. Research conducted so far has focused on the hypothalamus. It is known that this area in our brain is responsible for the balance between eating and burning calories. We also know that neurons located in the hypothalamus receive signals from fat tissue and control its burning. However, what exactly the nature of these mechanisms is still quite hazy. The aim of research focused on the hypothalamus was primarily the mechanisms that control our appetite, but in the case of those conducted recently, this did not turn out to be necessary. This time, scientists turned their attention to astrocytes. These are glial cells that occupy the space between neurons. People have approximately as many of them in their brains as neurons. They got their name from the characteristic star-like shape. Although they are not nerve cells themselves, they interact with them. As research has shown, they are able to regulate our weight by influencing specific groups of neurons. Scientists from South Korea from the Institute of Basic Sciences at Sungkyunkwan University in Suwon managed to identify reactive astrocytes that may be directly responsible for obesity or its lack. In the case of mice, what caught their attention in this context was a group of neurons in their hypothalamus called DhJyA5. Using chemicals, scientists first decided to reduce their activity. This ultimately led to an increase in body weight in these mice through reduced heat production. Therefore, the opposite effect was tried: additional activation of GABRA5. And here, too, the result was noticeable. Significant weight loss in mice that were previously considered obese. It turns out that this particular group of neurons can serve as a kind of switch with which we can control weight. A group of these neurons, in turn, is controlled by astrocytes. Interestingly, it was found that these astrocytes are much more common in overweight mice than in those of normal weight. What is crucial is how reactive astrocytes are able to influence GABRA5. Well, they stimulate the secretion of the MAOB enzyme, which in turn produces an inhibitory neurotransmitter called GABA. However, increasing the amount of GABA causes the neurons that are part of GABRA5 to slow down their work and even stop functioning properly, which in turn leads to an increase in body weight. It therefore seems logical that blocking the ability to produce GABA should lead to weight loss, and in fact it does. And most importantly, there is already a drug that can do this. KDS-2010 blocks the production of MAOB, which in turn also limits the production of GABA. The first phase of clinical trials is currently being carried out for this drug.